Hello everyone, this is Anna. So glad you're here. Today I'll be showing you how to make custom size boxes for your card sets. In this tutorial, you will learn the formula to create any size box for your card making needs. But before we get into it, I wanted to let you know that I'll be starting a series of videos featuring card making basics just like this. So please consider subscribing to my channel if you don't want to miss them. Thanks! Here I have a boxed set of cards which I made out of craft paper. In this video, I'll show you an easy formula that you can apply to make boxes for any size cards. I also made the formula available in a free downloadable PDF file. Watch for more information about this towards the end of the video. As you can see here, the top of the box sits flushed to the bottom. I like it this way as it gives the box some extra stability. This particular one holds a set of 6 cards and envelopes. The cards I put in have lots of dimension, but they fit very snugly in the box. In this video, we will make a box for this set of note cards. This note card in particular measures 4 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. But because the set comes with envelopes, I will need to use the measurement of the envelopes instead of the card. I will measure the length and the width. First step is to write down the measurements of the envelope. The width of the envelope measures 5 1/8 inches, so that's 5 1/8. I will call this measurement the envelope width, or EW. The length of the envelope is 4 1/8 inches, which I will call envelope length, or EL. Next, I will take the measurements for the height of the box. I will take the whole set and loosely stack them. Then I will take the T-ruler and measure the height. This one is about 1.5 inches, which is the height of the box, or H. These will be the measurements to calculate the size of the box I will need for this set. Next, I will compute the size of cardstock I need to cut for the bottom of the box. Let's compute for the width of the paper. The formula is EW plus 1/4 inch, which is a constant, plus H, which is the height. This equals the bottom width, or BW. For the length of the cardstock, that formula is EL plus 1/4 inch, which is a constant, plus H. This equals the bottom length of the cardstock, or BL. So now, let's calculate the box based on the measurements I took earlier. First, it's 5 1/8 plus 1/4 inch, which is a constant. It doesn't change no matter the measurement, plus height, which is 1.5 plus 1.5. So that's 5 1/8 plus 1/4 is 5 3/8 plus 1.5 plus 1.5 equals 8 3/8. This is now the bottom width, or BW. For the length, it's 4 1/8 plus 1/4 plus 1.5 plus 1.5, which equals 7 3/8. This is now the bottom length, or BL. Eight 3/8 by 7 3/8 will be the measurement of the size of cardstock I will need to create the bottom of the box. Now let's compute the dimensions for the top of the box, which is much simpler. The formula for this is BW plus 1/8 inch will equal the top width, or TW. Then BL plus 1/8 inch, will be the top length, or TL, 1/8 of an inch being the constant. So, to compute the size of cardstock needed to make the top of the box, I take the BW, which is 8 3/8, add 1/8 inch, which equals 8 1/2. This is the top width, or TW. For the TL, or top length, it's 7 3/8 plus 1/8 inch, which equals 7 1/2. Eight 1/2 by 7 1/2 will be the measurement of cardstock to make the top of the box. I will use an 8 1/2 by 11 inch heavyweight cardstock and trim it according to the measurements I computed earlier. On the 8 1/2 inch side, I will trim it at 7 3/8 inches. Then rotate it and trim again at 8 3/8 inches. This will be for the bottom of the box. I will mark this with a B. For the top of the box, I will trim the 8 1/2 inch side to 7 1/2 inches, and then rotate and trim at 8 1/2 inches, then mark it with a T. Now it's time to score the cardstock panels. I take the bottom panel, place it on my scoreboard, and score at 1 1/2 on all sides. Then I do the same for the top panel. Next, I will cut the tabs on all sides of the scored panels, which will be cut from the shorter side. With a pair of scissors, I will cut it along the scored line and stop when it reaches the line perpendicular to it. Then I will cut it again, but this time at a slight angle. This will help in making sure the corners fit nicely once we start assembling the box. I do the same on both sides as well as the other side. Then I do the same for the other panel. Once the tabs are all cut, I start folding in all the scored lines. I use a bone folder to press down to make the edges nice and crisp. Next, I put liquid glue on the tab and glue it on the inner part of each side. I like using liquid glue for this, as it gives a little time to make sure everything is aligned before it is permanently adhered. But you could also use strong double-sided tape for this. This is the bottom of the box all assembled. I will do the same for the top of the box. Now that the box top and bottom are all assembled, I'll show you how snugly they fit together. You can see how the top sits flush to the bottom for extra stability. And the note cards fit inside quite well. I will show you how I decorated the box to match the note card set. As I mentioned at the beginning of my video, I have a free downloadable file which is on my blog listed in the video description below. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye!